recognition of stock exchange. Okay, you guys wrote this, copied. Okay, write down one more thing here only. Connected topic. Withdrawal of recognition. Withdrawal of recognition. Withdrawal of recognition. CGMA also withdraw recognition in public interest after giving an opportunity of being heard and notify in official gazette. Write down a note. Such withdrawal shall not affect validity of any contract entered. है ना? Done? Okay. Now recognition of stock exchange means, people. So under corporatization and demutualization, directly you will form a company form of business, and that is called as a stock exchange. Okay, fine. But at the same time, you need something like a license from central government, which says from today you can function as a stock exchange just like your BSc or NSC. See, for example, if anyone wants to open a company, today we would have had at least 1,000 stock exchanges in India. It's not so easy also. There are some entry criteria. It's not so easy. You need a special license. That is only called as recognition. That's what you saw SCRA, scope, the first one, recognition of stock exchanges. That's why this entire act was made. I'm getting my point, all of you. So, if at all a stock exchange should get recognized, meaning something like license is required, what is the procedure? First one, you need to form a company form of business, correct? Obviously, corporatization, right? Now you need to have a company. So first you form a company. Once you form a company, you need to give certain documents to central government. So when SCRA Act was passed, SEBI was not in existence, correct? When was SEBI formed? 1992. When was SCRA formed? 1956. When this act came into picture, this word was not there. That is the reason now you wrote as SEBI. Now, if a company wants to get recognized under stock exchange, if they want to be recognized, they will not file an application to central government. Central government has delegated its duties, its power to SEBI, because that is SEBI's full-time job. Now, you asked what is the difference? This is called as an amendment. So, when the act was passed, only central government was empowered to do it. Now, central government has delegated its power to SEBI. Now you can file an application to SEBI. SEBI will give you the stock exchange recognition. Got it? Okay. So you need to give certain documents. What are the documents? Documents like, people, MOA, AOA. What is MOA, AOA? That is full form. Correct. What are they? So something which talks about the company. Just like whenever you go to an interview, you carry your resume, you carry your CV, which talks about you. In the same way, MOA, AOA gives an introduction about the company. And you need to give something called as you need to give something called as balance sheet and P&L account. If at all you are already an existing company, you need to give these documents which talks about you, which says about you. Getting this point, all of you? So you have to give certain documents. Once these documents and all are submitted, if at all central government is satisfied, along with that you have written something called as bylaws. What is bylaws? Bylaws are basically something like rules and regulations. So for a stock exchange, there will be rules and regulations. You need to give a copy of such rules and regulations. Simple example, what is the opening hours of trading? What is the trading time in India? 9:15 to 2:30? 3:15? 3:30? Let the auction begin. 4 o'clock? So people in India, the stock market opens, it functions between 9:15 to 3:30. Saturday? Half day? No? Full day. Saturdays it's a holiday. Saturday and Sunday. Getting the point? So all this, where it will be written? It will be written in the rules, bylaws. Now, what is the fees? Do you guys know? If you guys, now for example, we see that Infosys, or say for example any company, if you want to be listed means writing your name on the stock exchange. We'll see what is that, how it happens and all, we'll see that. For that you need to pay some fees. These are all not simple things. They are not very economical and all. Don't be of that mindset. If at all your capital is 10,000, 11,000 crores and all, Zomato, imagine it's 10,000 crores is the capital of the company. The fees they pay will also be in lakhs, crores only. Every year you need to pay. It's like a fees you're paying for utilizing the services of stock exchange. Getting the point? All of you. So all this you have to pay. Now where is it all written? It is written in bylaws. Now trading members. Now for example BSE, whoever are the brokers, they should also register with the stock exchange. Upstocks, Zerodha, your Sharekhan, they have to register themselves. Now for them also there will be certain rules and regulation. Now where will it be written? In bylaws. So you have to give a model bylaws to the central government. Sir, this is what I am thinking. So if you give all these documents, people, central government, if at all it deems fit, what will central government do? On being satisfied, central government will give you a recognition. Always remember, whenever a statutory body wants to communicate with you, meaning like giving recognition, they want to give you any license, they will give it through official gazette notification. What is official gazette? Heard of it? Official gazette? That's a procedure. But what is official gazette? Pamphlet? Website? Pamphlet? Pamphlet ka hoitadu. FCA? People, official gazette means, people, simple thing. Whenever government wants to communicate anything officially with you, when I say with you, public, meaning from today there will be some law made. Now how will you guys get to know? If for example, I will go and kill a person. I will say, okay, I'll kill a person. What will happen immediately? Police will come. Police will try to arrest me. I will say, sir, I didn't know, sir. Killing is an offense in India. I didn't know. Have you guys studied CRPC, IPC and all that? Have you guys studied? All of you have studied? No. Now if you kill, will you be arrested? You don't know, no? Correct. Ignorance, to say that you have ignored. I should have communicated with you, right? So where have I communicated? Government communicates with you in its website called as e-Gazette. E-Gazette means anything given there. As a citizen of India, you know it. You have read it or you have not read it, none of my concern. It is there, you know it. Meaning, traffic police will be standing. He will say one way. You will say, where, sir? Where is it written? Here. Ignorance. You cannot excuse yourself. You will be punished. As a citizen of India, you are deemed to know it. You have really read it or not is none of our concern. Getting the point? Such publication is called as official gazette. for keeping it in simple terms, you can take it like a magazine. Yes, sir. So if it is published in that, it is considered as official news. Not when uncle and auntie forward on WhatsApp. From today it is like this. That is not official news. If it comes here, it is official news. Getting the point, all of you. So once it is given, from now your stock exchange is considered as recognized stock exchange, meaning approved stock exchange. Understood, all of you? Whenever an authority has a power to give, also has the power to take. So whenever if you have breached any provision, if you do not function properly as per the rules and regulation, central government has given you recognition, it can take back your recognition as well. Yes, sir. That is clear, all of you. Now this whole process is called as application for recognition, recognizing a stock exchange, withdrawal of recognition. In your book, it is 3 different sections and also rules are given. Getting the point? If I have to tell you how does your module look, the first 15 to 20 pages will be Act. Once 15 pages are done, next will be Securities Contract Regulation Rules. So here they have said you should be recognized. In rules, they will give you what is a procedure. That is whatever is the documents and all that. Now what are we doing? We are clubbing everything and we are seeing in the whole. It is clear, all of you? So if you read module and my book, this will be the difference. You will find both in the same place. But if you specifically search for rules, you will not get everything in one place because I have tried to put all those topics under their respective headings. Understood? This is the first class. That's the reason we'll take time. You guys have to get tuned to how I teach. I should get tuned to how quickly you guys can understand. Getting the point, all of you? Yes. Done now? Okay. Write down the next topic. What do you mean by the word securities? What is the difference between the word shares and securities? They are all same. Securities include shares and debentures, bonds, any instrument. Allah, any instrument. Allah, any instrument is called as security. Meaning, sir, what are the different types of securities you guys know? Bonds, it is considered as security. Debenture, equity, preference, share warrants, units of mutual funds, whatever you call, everything in India which is available for you to trade, everything put together is termed as security. So whenever I refer to as security, everything is covered in it. Whenever you call as share just covers equity as well as preference. Very rarely, somewhere, whenever, probably in your childhood, once they have asked the definition of security. Have they asked ever since? No. That was the last attempt. Probably somewhere in the year 2014 they have asked. Yes. So again they will ask no. CS doesn't work like that. It may not. But probably now what is happening is approach is changing. They will not just ask you the definition and tell you to write down this big paragraph. That's not how the CS approach is now. I believe you guys would have realized in company law. Correct? No? So the approach has changed. Now they will try to ask you questions indirectly, case-based questions. Direct questions won't come. So securities and all, they won't ask. But just let us know what is securities and let us go forward. Yes, people. So what is securities? See, the first word itself says securities include shares, scrips, stock, bond, debenture stock, or other marketable securities of like nature, meaning something whichever exists similar to this. Everything put together is considered as security. There is something called as pooled investment vehicle here. What is that? We'll be seeing a little while later, not now. These are little heavy concepts. Let us not take it here. Let us take it a little while later. But I'll be explaining you something called as REITs. Something called as REIT. When I tell that, make sure you guys come and read this as well. Is clear? Okay. Next one, sir. Something called as derivatives are there. It seems. What is derivative? We'll see as of now, put it on hold. Units of collective investment schemes. What is collective investment schemes? There is one chapter only. Don't worry, we'll be discussing. There is something called as units of mutual fund scheme. Mutual fund is a chapter only. We'll be discussing. Don't worry. Sir, are we skipping this? No, da. We'll be going into ocean. We'll touch 2000 feet. We'll come back. Yes, sir. Then you will only realize, ayo, why did we waste time here? So we'll go there. And the next one, security receipts, Surface Act. What is this, da? Moratorium, da day. What is moratorium, da? Gundas. That is this. Day. Yes, ma'am. What is Surface Act? We'll see. Little while later, we'll see. As of now, don't worry. Something which see government securities, everything put together, everything is called as security. We need not know. What is important here is this amendment. What is that? In the recent attempt, that is in your previous attempt, they have added something called as zero coupon, zero principal instrument. Zero coupon, zero principal instrument. Regarding this, we'll be discussing more in a chapter called LODR. It's a very big concept they have added, amended. It's called as social stock exchanges. They have added a new concept altogether. Something called as social stock exchanges. So there, this particular instrument will be relevant. When I'm discussing social stock exchanges, I'll be telling you more in detail about zero coupon, zero principal, zero coupon bonds. Is clear all of you? But remember the word social stock exchanges. Is clear? That is what is the concept. Wonderful concept. What is social stock exchange? It's a company which is made for charity. Today, even a company which is there for charity, they can list on stock exchange. Just like Infosys and Reliance, you guys can buy securities of companies who are doing social service. Social service, meaning, give me example, Reliance Foundation. Now they are into charity. What they do is slum development, medical, or uplifting of poor urban. All these things they do. Okay. You can buy securities of such companies also. What do you get in return? If you buy Tata share, it will go up. That's the reason you're investing. If you buy Infosys, it will go up. That's the reason you're investing. What will you get here? You will not get anything, da. You will not even get 1 rupee. Then she'll ask, who will do, sir? That is the reason you're calling it as social stock exchange. Meaning what? First, you have sufficient. Once you are full, come and put the money here. You will not get back anything. What is the name of the instrument? Zero coupon. Meaning what? Zero coupon means you will not even get 1 rupee interest. Zero principal means what? You will not even get back what you have invested. Such stock exchanges are called as social stock exchanges. A beautiful concept we'll be seeing. It's there in LODR chapter. Is clear, all of you? Okay. Corporatization, demutualization, stock exchange, spot delivery contract, derivative. Derivative people will be doing in 15 chapter. Write down there only as 15 chapter. Sir, are you just skipping everything? No, da macha. We'll be seeing in detail. Clear? Yes, sir. We don't have.
Does it come under securities?
No. They are all digital currencies. They are not securities. You call crypto as currency only. They are all securities. Yeah. And India recently made something, little law with regards to crypto. Until then, cryptos are completely not regulated in India. You do not have a law. That's the reason it was considered as like that. Understood? Derivative now, okay, we'll come back. We'll see what is derivative now, we'll see. Recognition of stock exchanges. Okay. Right on the next one, people. The next 3 topics, people, it's just like a, what is that? Tippani. What is that? Short note. Write a short note. In your book, they have given elaborated thing, people. Not something good from conceptually point of view. We'll just see from your exam point of view. Make a crisp notes, more than sufficient. Read, doesn't go. Clear? Okay. Power of central government. Power of central government. Power of central government. There are totally 8 powers. Write it one below the other. The first one, to call periodical returns and make inquiries. Stock exchanges shall maintain books for 5 years. Stock exchange to file annual report to central government or SEBI. SEBI may call for information in relation to affairs of stock exchange. Hey, online now. Stock exchange. Appoint a person to conduct inquiry. Appoint a person to conduct inquiry. Done now. Second one. To make rules or direct rules. So all these are like generic questions which they have not asked. If they ask, we are just maintaining a short note. So whatever I tell you, right, do not leave everything. You need to know 100%. These topics comes under that. They will not ask you, but it is always good to know and go. If you read from our actual materials, we cannot focus. Why? These are drier points. We have to accept it. If I ask you power, there are like 15 points, like different powers and all. You will see power of central government will come, power of stock exchange will come, power of SEBI will come. Eventually, what will happen to your mind? The same thing will keep on repeating. You guys will get confused. You will just skip the topic. Instead of that, remember 4 to 5 points under everything. If you go to book, it will be 10 to 12 points. If you focus on that can never happen. No matter how much optimistic you are, I'm talking from 16 chapters point of view, not from first day point of view. Getting the point, all of you? So wherever that is the case, we will do it in that way. Getting the point? Okay. To make rules or direct rules, CG shall direct stock exchange to make or amend its rules within 2 months. Within 2 months. if stock exchange fails, CG may make or amend such rules on its own. And 15th chapter and all that, don't think I'll be going in the order. Somewhere, once we are done with 3, 4 or 5, somewhere in between only I'll take the 15th chapter. Don't you dare to miss that class. If you miss Nazar Hatti, Durgatana Getty. Yes, sir. Okay. To supersede governing body, to supersede governing body, they online are you guys there? Existing members shall cease to hold office the person appointed shall enjoy all powers and duties property of stock exchange shall vest in persons appointed fourth one, suspend business of stock exchange Any IPO going on, Ada? Today there is some IPO that has come, no? We'll see if possible, let us apply for an IPO in the class. We'll see how the IPO happens. Yesterday there was one. We'll see. Central government during emergency suspend the business of in the old syllabus. This is the lucky part. You guys need not know every line. In the new syllabus, I will only switch my approach. Now, whatever I told you, it's okay. We'll just know 5-6 points and all will not work in new syllabus because they have 20 marks MCQ. MCQs will always be picked from any line of the module. So you cannot miss to read even a single line. So in that way, you guys are lucky because it will be descriptive. You can write something. That is the point. So my same book for new syllabus will be around 400 pages. Yes, so that's the difference. So are you in a better hands? SLCMA 400. Company law, EBCL, suspend the business of stock exchange. Maximum for 7 days which may be extended. Fifth one. To issue directions. SEBI shall in the interest of investors prevent the affairs of stock exchange or any person being detrimental to interest of interest of investors in order to secure proper management. Grant immunity. CGMA on recommendation by SEBI grant immunity when full disclosure of violation is made before initiating prosecution or penalty. CG may also withdraw such immunity if such person does not satisfy the conditions. Does not satisfy the conditions. Seventh one, prohibit contracts to prevent undesirable speculation of securities. CG may prohibit contracts Power to delegate. Power to delegate. CGMA may delegate its power to SEBI or RBI. Dana. So these are all the powers of central government. Now what is that, people? Very simple. An act has been formed without giving power to central government. How will they implement law? Now for example, traffic police is appointed on the road. Without giving them power to show you lati and pull you this side, what is the use? You guys will not listen. There should be some powers given. The same way they have given some powers to central government. Why? If at all something is not happening properly, central government will use its power and it will make sure that you guys are on track. That's all. Simple. Now what are the powers of central government? The powers of central government, people, first one, to call periodical returns and make inquiries. Simple. I need to know what is happening in the stock exchange. So what can central government do? Central government will tell you, you have to maintain certain books, meaning it can be books of accounts, it can be books of all the copies the companies are filing, internally whatever is happening, the record of all that you guys have to maintain for a period of 5 years, and you have to compile it. Stock exchanges every year, they have to file to the SEBI or central government something called as annual report, meaning, sir, in my stock exchange, this has been happening from the last 1 year. Every year you have to file an annual report. What is annual report? With regards to complying with all the laws. Have you done it properly or not? You're basically going and telling central government, I have done everything properly. Now you have filed it with central government. If central government feels that you have not done something properly, central government can ask for additional information. If central government is satisfied something has not happened properly, central government will appoint a person to conduct an inquiry. Inquiry means a proper inquiry. What is that? Like an investigation. What is happening? Go and see. It's clear? Yes, sir. Now this is the power of central government. Nowadays what has happened, people? Central government directly won't do anything. All these powers has been delegated to SEBI. So SEBI only will do. So that's the reason even under power of central government, you are still seeing in certain places, SEBI will do it. The reason is it has been delegated to SEBI. It's clear? Okay. Next one, sir, to make rules or direct rules. What is this, people? You remember when your stock exchange is getting recognized as stock exchange, what did you file? You filed something called bylaws. Now central government feels that your bylaws are not proper. Central government can tell you to change those rules. Meaning you can say that the brokerage fees in my stock exchange is, say for example, 100 rupees. Central government feels that is not right. Make it 80. Central government will tell the stock exchange, reduce your fees. That is from 100 to 80. Now, what should the stock exchange do? Stock exchange will have 2 months time to change those rules. What if stock exchange does not change? Central government only will take the bylaws. Central government only will make the entries. So I will give you an opportunity. If you do not listen, I will only make the changes. That power is being given to central government. Is this clear? So what is bylaws? Is basically that internal rules and regulations which we saw. Where did we see? When you're filing that recognition with stock exchange, you have written, right? So with that rules, if you want to change anything, you can change. Central government, always remember, this power is given to all three people whom we are going to see. Central government has a power to change your rules. Stock exchange also has power to change its rules. SEBI also has power to tell you to change its rules. All three, same common point will come. Understood this one, all of you? Okay. The next ones are to supersede governing body. Where did you write governing body? Somewhere you wrote. Where? Where did we write the word governing body? Demutualization, segregating the power. So what is governing body? in the stock exchange, whoever is sitting in the director's position, basically the controlling people, basically if you have to see, I can tell them in the layman language as board of directors. If I feel they are not doing their job properly, central government will tell, hey, you guys come out, I will appoint the new governing body in your position. So from that day, whenever the order is passed, the stock exchange's governing body will get down. Central government will replace the governing body by its own people. From that day, what will happen? Whatever is the power enjoyed by the previous governing body, meaning existing board of directors, now will be given to the board of directors appointed by central government. Whatever power they had, now they will have. Now, whatever is the decisions they were taking with regards to stock exchanges property, all that will now come to the new board. Understood? That is what is the meaning of supersede. What do you mean by supersede? To take over. To take over. Governing body, in our layman terminology, I'm just writing it as board of directors. Just in the layman language. So existing members shall cease. Cease means what? Stop. From today, they will stop to hold the office. Meaning they will no longer be in the decision taking power. The person appointed shall enjoy all powers and duties. So whoever comes in the new position, they will enjoy all the power. The property of stock exchange shall now vest in the person appointed. So the new, whoever the new directors, they will take control over the stock exchange's property. Clear? Simple? Okay. Suspend business of stock exchange, meaning what, people? If something during emergency, something, something fraudulent activity takes place in the stock exchange, where central government believes that for certain period, all the trade should be halted. Central government has a power to pause from the stock exchange to function. For how many days maximum? 7 days the stock exchange can be paused, meaning no activities will take place. Sir, can I extend beyond that? Yes, provided central government has to give a reason for it. But at a stretch, how much you will do? 7 days. Beyond that, you can do, provided you need to give a sufficient reason for it. Understood this one, all of you? Okay. Next one, to issue directions. SEBI shall, in the interest of investors, prevent the affairs of stock exchange or any person being detrimental to interest of investors. Detrimental means, people? Correct. You can write anything. Damaging, injury, harming, whatever it is, harmful. So I can issue any directions. If you guys are doing something which is damaging the interests of investors, I will issue directions to not to do that activity. From tomorrow, stock exchanges will not do that activity. Simple. Next one, grant immunity. Important. What is granting immunity? It was simple. Now, okay, let us take one example. Every stock exchange, every year, they have to file something called as annual report. We saw na first point. We saw, right? Now imagine the stock exchange did not file. You have done something problem, that is you have done a non-compliance for which you should be punished because I have told you to do it. You have not done it. You should be punished. Now what will happen? There is an option to you. What? You have done a non-compliance. In this entire act, there are so many things you have to do. Imagine you did not do something. Now what is the power given to central government? Central government will take a stick, directly it will come to hit you. How will it hit you? By giving penalty or putting your board behind the jail. These are the two ways central government will punish the stock exchange people. Correct? Now, you guys did not file annual report, not wantedly. It just missed out. You did not do it intentionally. But now you know, imagine people, you entered a one way, you did not know, but in between you saw it's a one way. Now you are going, but you know it's a one way, but you are going. Now what to do? You will only go to the cop and you will say, sir, I did a non-compliance. I should have not come in this road, but I came. Now you only tell me what to do. What will the cop say? Oh, achhe pyare bacche, come da. Don't 1,000 rupees da. Let us, we should not talk all that. Yes, sir. But generally what will happen, people? Generally whenever you break the law, The police have power to seize your vehicle and take to the police station. Or else, what is the other way possible to you? What other thing you can do? Warning, reprimanding. What other thing you can do? Give 100 rupees. Hey, illegal and all, we should not talk here. Da. So, other thing, people, he will give you a challan. You will, now, for example, imagine there is no helmet. He will give you that 100 rupees, 200 rupees challan. Pay it, take your bike. Correct? Huh? Now, that is only called as granting of immunity. What do you mean by that? Before SEBI or central government comes to you and tells you that you have done non-compliance, you only go and tell him, sir, touch the feet. I did a non-compliance, sir. You tell me what to do. So you go and touch the feet. Central government will either tell you don't pay anything or he can reduce the penalty. Instead of paying 1 lakh, central government can tell you to pay 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. But you will always have a win-win situation. If, see, one day you will definitely get caught. Instead of that, you only go and accept your mistake. Now, whatever the SEBI or central government is giving it to you, that is only called as immunity. Immunity is basically from the penalty you need to pay. Got it? 100%. Sir, then what is the condition? 3 things. The first thing, you have to go and accept the mistake before any prosecution has started. Meaning what? If at all the investigation has already been started, now what? Why will you come and accept? Now you cannot go and compromise. That is not possible. The second one, people, whatever information you are giving, you have to completely disclose. You cannot hold back something. You cannot give whatever you want. That is not possible. Getting the point? The third one, yes, you need to, basically you should have done it everything before penalty is imposed or before prosecution is started. If all these conditions are satisfied, central government will grant immunity after recommendation done by SEBI. Because central government will not know anything. SEBI is the person who is dealing with everything. So central government, before giving this order, he will consult with SEBI. He is coming and asking, is it okay if I give it to him? SEBI will see into it and he will give it to you. Got it? This is called as immunity. 100%. Yes. There is something called as, you guys would have seen, compounding of offenses. What is that? It is called as compounding, composition of offenses. What is this? What is the difference between that and this? Granting of immunity. Okay, what I'm telling them, people, there is one more thing called as compounding of offenses. It's called as compounding of offense. In certain cases, it's there in your syllabus also. In certain cases, they write it as composition of offenses. Composition or compounding of offense. Now, what is this? This is also similar to granting of immunity only. What do you mean by that? You go and basically beg. Sir, I accept my mistake. Whatever is the penalty, please reduce and give it to me. If the penalty is 1 lakh, I cannot pay 1 lakh. I will only come and I will only tell you all the details. Please reduce the penalty. How many of you are feeling, why should SEBI reduce? He has done a non-compliance. He has to pay complete amount, right? Why should SEBI reduce first of all?
He made a mistake. I am mistaken.
But either way, SEBI will only win, right? Why should SEBI even compromise? Instead of collecting 1 lakh, why should I collect only 50,000? Heart. If SEBI has heart, Harshad Mehta would have been here only. Very good. People, if at all I do not accept, what is the second part? SEBI will have to prove it. How will SEBI prove it? For example, take Harshad Mehta only. 72 cases took 6 years. I have to come with evidence. Now I have to come to court. I may win, I may not win. Investigation should happen. I need to pay to all the officers. Time-taking procedure. When you are reducing all that, even you should also be awarded with something because you are accepting without anything. So win-win, that is the reason. Understood? Now what is composition then? Composition can happen even before initiating the prosecution or after initiating the prosecution. Difference number 1. Difference number 2. Granting of immunity is seen only with SEBI. Composition or compounding of offense is a generic word used in all the laws, meaning in Companies Act it will come, in FEMA it will come, RBI it will come, like that only with SEBI also it will come. Granting of immunity only with regards to SEBI. The third difference, composition of offense can happen only when the punishment is penalty or imprisonment or penalty and not imprisonment or imprisonment and penalty. What did you say, sir? Allah, what did you say, sir? Something Rangoli you put in the air. So remember, whenever you do any offense in India, you can be punished in these 4 ways. First one, directly they can put some fine on you, or there can be fine or imprisonment. I'll just write it as jail. Or it can be jail directly, or it can be jail and fine. Take 2 minutes and see if you guys are able to understand. Second one, fine or jail, we don't need it. Correct. Hey, the second option means SEBI has a power to collect money from you, or I will put you in jail. I have that power. If I just put jail, if I just put fine, you guys are saying first one is as it is there. No, sir. The punishment differs from section to section. Now, for example, if you guys do not give, now you would have seen in Companies Act, I have to give you share certificate within 30 days, say 1 month. If I do not give it in 1 month, if I put to fine or jail, what if I don't give certificate in 30 days, you will put me in jail. So, in certain cases, we will just write as fine. Getting the point? Understood? So, these are the powers with authority. They can put only amount on you, or they can put amount, or they can send you to jail, or they can directly send you to jail, or they can put penalty also, they can send you to jail also. Understood? Wherever the word jail is involved, it is called as criminal offense. Wherever money is involved, it is called as civil offense. Civil offense can be compromised. Sir, didn't understand. Now, for example, I go and kill a person. I will say 1 crore I will give. Anyways, the soul has left the body. You will not get anything. At least take 1 crore. Let us settle the matter. Correct? No. I'll give 10 crore. And I'll give 50 crore. Then what do you want? Justice is called as criminal offense. Getting the point? Money will not solve your problem. These offenses cannot be compromised. You have to go to jail. That is the compromise you need. So wherever jail is mandatory, cannot be compromised. Where and all it is mandatory? Here is it mandatory? Here is it mandatory? They have an option. No, it can be fine or jail. So if it is fine or jail, you can compromise. Where it is jail, cannot be compromised. Where it is jail and fine, cannot be compromised. Understood? Did we write any such thing under immunity? So immunity is silent. It just says penalty. That's all. You never know what is it. Getting the difference, all of you? They will not ask, but this is the difference you need to know. Clear, all of you? Yes, Pakka. Why should they give? Meaning where? So grant of immunity, where and all it will come? Tell me. Only SEBI. In SEBI will you kill? Achhe pyare bachche. Correct, no? Understood? So SEBI is always monetary, people. So what you lose is always money. Yeah. They online no. Online no. You know how online will be now? Screen will be here. Yeah. Adu Guru.
In front of screen, sir.
Now they will be, that's the beauty. They will have two tabs. One tab YouTube, one tab Instagram, one tab me shouting somewhere here and there. Hey! Yes, sir. So CGMA on recommendation by SEBI when full disclosure before initiating prosecution. Before initiating prosecution. Yes. CGMA also withdraw. After calling you, you give all half and half information. Not possible. Okay. Prohibit contracts to prevent undesirable speculation of securities. What do you mean by that? Huh? Undesirable speculation of securities. Hey, now how many of us are there in the class? Huh? 5, 10, 15, 17, 18 members. On 20, 20 members. Now we 20 can decide a fate of a stock. Will you guys believe it or not? Only 20 of us. We can decide a fate of a stock. Can we do it or not? All 50, we all 20 of us only done. Why 1,000 crores and all? Why? Now imagine people, this is what again Harshad Mehta did. In short, I'll tell you. What did Harshad Mehta do, people? Now, how, if at all you guys want to buy and sell 1992, let us go back. Yes, sir. Now, in that day, if someone wants to buy or sell security, you will not go directly. How will you go? You will go through a dalal, that is your broker. Now, Harshad Mehta is a dalal himself. He is a broker. Now, what used to happen? A buyer used to come to dalal, that is Harshad Mehta. He used to give him, say, for example, 2 lakh rupees. And he used to say, I need this share, this share, this share. He used to ask, I wanted to buy 3 shares. And he used to give money to this dalal. That is the Harshad Mehta. Now, obviously, the buyer knows how the stock exchange works. If you're fortunate, you will get the share today. You know the fish market, no? If you do not meet the seller, you cannot buy. So what Harshad Mehta used to do, Harshad Mehta used to tell the buyer, he used to take 2 lakh. But today, sir, we have not yet got the share. Tomorrow, sir, we still didn't get the share. Day after, sir, still we didn't get the share. Harshad Mehta used to buy as much as time as possible. He will take 2 lakh. But I will not immediately buy the share. Focus on what I am trying to tell you. I will take the money. I will not buy the share which he wants. Now I'll keep the money with me. What will we do with the money? We'll see. But the money is still with me. I'll try to keep it with me at least for 10, 15, 20 days with me only. I will, because he knows, I will tell sir it is not possible. Back then in 92, Harshad Mehta was called as Amitabh Bachchan of Stock Exchange. He had audit in 92. Yes, sir. What I am trying to tell, I am talking about his credibility. If I tell a buyer to wait for 1 month, he will wait. Because he was not a, when I say broker, don't think a broker just going nearby road, hey, macha. Not that broker I am talking about. He is a credible broker. 42 banks in India used to listen to what Harshad Mehta said. And you know what? The buyer, whomever I am telling you, is not a me and you. Banks used to give him money. Banks. Now what he used to do, he used to take the money. Now it's with him. Like the same way, seller will also come to Harshad Mehta. They will give their shares and they will ask Harshad Mehta to sell. Same thing. He will take the shares. He will sell, sir, I have not yet met the buyer. It will take time. Not yet met the buyer, it will take time. But what will Harshad Mehta do? He will come to the market. He will immediately sell. Now he gets the money also. Let us take 2 lakh he got from the buyer. 3 lakh he gets from the seller's shares because he sold. He has the money. With the buyer and seller, he asks 1 month, 45 days, 2 months time. In the 2 months, what will Harshad Mehta do? Harshad Mehta will choose a stock. Penny stock. What do you mean by penny stock? Small stock. Children stock. Meaning 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee. He will choose such stocks. He will start putting this money, 5 lakh, on those stocks. He will purchase those stocks. Now what happens in the market? There will be lot of traction. Meaning what, people? Indian stock market works on a simple principle called as demand and supply. If a person is purchasing for 5 lakh rupees, then what will happen? Immediately the demand for that stock will increase because they are buying it for a reason. News will spread. 5 rupees stock will become 25 rupees. It will become 50 rupees. It will become 100 rupees. I am telling you 5 lakh rupees from one person. And who is giving money to Arshad Mehta? Banks. How much they would have given? Lakhs only, yeah? Crores, huh? 45 banks. Foreign institutional investors. Arshad Mehta had a client base of 700 people. And Harshad Mehta reached a position where, sellers reduced. What he started doing? He started printing his own security. Come to the market, sell. Which never existed. Now, with this money, go again increase the share. Increase the share. They are all dummy shares. They do not worth so much. Now, what happened? One fine day, a share went to a stage of 7,000 rupees. 7,000 rupees. And that is when Harshad Mehta's scam came into picture. That day, this share price fell to 70 rupees in 2 days. And the share is called ACC Cement. Heard of it, huh? ACC? He had increased the share of ACC Cement from 70 rupees to 7,000 rupees. What he will do? He has purchased the shares at 70. When it goes to 7,000, he will just dump off everything. Meaning what? Again, same thing, the demand and supply. Supply will increase. He's dumping everything. He's selling it off. Now what will happen? Demand will start falling. Supply increases, demand. What will happen? Simple economics. Price will start falling. Market crashed. One of the fraud which Harshad Mehta did. Like this people, he has done 332 violations. Hats off to him, Noda. How did he do that? Now, why? Now, okay, he has earned money. But why did our Indians started, protesting against him, allegations against him, scolding him? Why? Imagine on the day ACC hit 7,000, how many of innocent investors would have purchased the shares? And he started dumping. Today morning it is 7,000. Tomorrow morning it is 70. Imagine if you have invested your lifetime savings. You saw the queue, the kind of people who were standing there. They are not like big shots. That is when SEBI was formed in 92. The first objective of SEBI is protecting the interests of investors. If you look at SEBI's first word itself, this will be the word. Protecting the interests of investors. Getting the point? That is what Harshad Mehta did. What did he do? 7th point. What did we see? To prevent undesirable speculation of securities. What do you mean by that? Someone increasing the price with no reason. Hey, are you guys getting the here and there something? Yes. Okay, that is what they did. So SEBI may prohibit such contracts. Means central government may. Power to delegate means the central government is too busy. Central government can say whatever I need to do, I will tell my assistants to do. Who are the assistants? SEBI, also RBI. But till now they have not delegated anything to RBI. It is SEBI only. This is what we saw under recognition. What? Now SEBI. You have written no. That is this. Clear? Understood? All of you? Pakka? Okay. Focus. To make rules restricting voting rights in a way which is one person is equal to one note. Restricting right of member to appoint proxy restricting voting right to members only in certain matters in meetings. Here it is shareholder. To make bylaws, opening and closing hours, fixing or altering days of settlement, listing of securities, recovery of fees, fines, and penalties, fixing brokerage and other charges. Fixing brokerage and other charges. These are the powers of recognized stock exchange. The power of central government we saw. Next is the power of recognized stock exchange. So with regards to their own functioning, what are the powers they enjoy? First one is people, power with regards to voting rights. Now what do you mean by that? End of the day, even a stock exchange is a company only. In a company, there will be a meeting, general meeting. In general meeting, what will happen? Whoever are the shareholders, they will come and vote. So they are telling you the stock exchange can control that voting mechanism. How can it control? First, I'll tell you a normal company. In a normal company, people, one share is equal to one vote. Meaning they have a choice. See, there are two types of voting people. One is called as voting by show of hands. Next one is called as e-voting or poll. Now, what is e-voting and poll? There are two ways to take your majority. That is to take your vote. First one, I'll come and simply ask. Imagine you guys are all shareholders. There is Mukesh Ambani, there is normal shareholder, there is all financial institutions, banks. Now imagine this is a Reliance meeting. I will ask, I want to appoint Akash Ambani as the next managing director of Reliance. I'll ask all of your opinion. Now, there are two types of voting. One is called as voting by show of hands. Meaning what? Simple. Even Mukesh Ambani is there in the hall. Even a normal layman is there in the hall. Mukesh Ambani will also get one note. A normal layman like me will also get one note. Both of us are equal. Yes, sir. The second type of voting is depending upon the number of shares you have. Meaning, Mukesh Ambani has 44% of Reliance shares. So his vote, one person's vote will be considered as 44% of voting. Now I have, say for example, 5 share. My votes will be 5 votes. His votes will be into crores. That is the voting of Mukesh Ambani. Now, what is the law saying? In general, it is also a company. It will also have 1 share is equal to 1 note. But the stock exchange has a power to say 1 share is equal to 1 note won't work, irrespective of your shareholding. Whoever are the shareholders, every person will be given only 1 vote with regards to deciding the matters of stock exchange. No matter how many shares you have, all of them will be treated equally. So whoever are the shareholders of stock exchange, every shareholder will have only 1 vote, irrespective of their shareholding. Now I told you, SBI is a majority shareholder. But even SBI will have 1 note, the other shareholder will also have only 1. It's clear? So that is the way they can control. Now the second way, for example, in a normal company, if you are not able to go to the meeting, you can send someone else on behalf of you. For example, in your class, that is what you guys do, no? If you are not present, you will tell your friend to answer your attendance, correct? Huh? You guys do it or not? No. We all do, sir. Now, the same thing happens in the company meetings also. If you are not able to go, you can send someone else on your behalf. In a stock exchange meeting, the stock exchange has a power to tell you guys cannot send a proxy. You should only come. If you are not coming, you lose a right. But in a normal company, that is not a case. You have a right to appoint a proxy. You can send someone else on your behalf if you are not able to go. Stock exchange has a power to restrict that right. The third one, this restrictions can be enforced only on certain meetings, on certain decisions, if the stock exchange wants to do it. Not on all the meetings, on certain meetings, if it wants, it can enforce these restrictions. So these are the restrictions, or you can say these are the powers enjoyed by stock exchange with regards to voting in the meeting. Is clear? First one person is equal to 1 vote. Next one, almost like no proxy. Third one, restriction in only certain decisions of a meeting. Is clear? The next one I told you, central government has a power to make laws, bylaws. Stock exchange also has a power to make bylaws. Now, whatever is your opening hours, closing hours, whatever is the brokerage you want to charge, everything it is your choice. Whenever you want, you can change. The same thing will again come in SEBI. SEBI can also amend the bylaws of a stock exchange. They have the power. Is clear? Yes, sir. See, opening and closing hours, fixing or altering days of settlement. What is this days of settlement? Today, if you purchase a share, when will you get it in your account? Today only you will get. So, it is always called as T plus 2. What do you mean by T plus 2? Today plus today. So, if at all you buy or sell a security on Monday. Now, imagine, let us take, I am buying a security on Monday. Monday is considered as a transaction day. T means transaction day. Tuesday, I will not get the share. Wednesday, I will get the shares credited to my account. If I do it on Friday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know, I'm asking. I don't know, I'm asking. Let me know tomorrow. Do some homework. So you will get it on Monday, or will you get it on Tuesday? I don't know. Ah. That's, tell me. So what will happen is, whenever you are selling the share, a certain percentage. How much? That is also 80% of the amount will be available for you to trade, not withdraw, on T+1. T+2, you will get the money to withdraw to your account. Yes, sir. Not in syllabus, that's the reason I'm not going into that 80% and all. Yes, sir. Clear, but let me know what is it. And also let me know a case where Monday is a national holiday, then when will I get the share? Yes, sir. T+3, yeah. Hey. Okay, clear. Listing of securities. So whenever a company wants to get listed, you can make your own rules. Recovery of fees, fines and penalty. I told you, if at all you guys want to get listed, there will be fees. You can make a rule with regards to setting of fees. If they are not paying, how to recover the fees. You can make your own rules. Fixing brokerage and other charges. Zerodha charges 0, Upstock charges 20, depending upon your brokerage. And you can set it. It is left to the stock exchange, is what they are telling. It's clear? Yes, sir. Read income, revise income, whatever is done. If you guys have any doubts, let us discuss that and go forward.